He's probably not even going to show up, Marnie announced over the phone as they were both getting ready for the senior ball, the final event of high school. He will if he wants to get a signed diploma, Lucy pointed out before she hung up the phone and went back to her closet. Marnie called a second time. Even if he does show, it's not like he's going to talk to you. Well, maybe I'll talk to him. Lucy carefully took her new lavender silk slip dress out of her closet and undid the plastic. She laid it with care across her bed while she changed from a regular bra into a lacy, cream-colored one. She painted her toenails pale pink and spent a full 15 minutes at the sink trying to clean the clay and gardening soil out from underneath her fingernails. She used a curling iron, knowing the curls would fall out of her straight, slippery hair within the hour. As she drew black eyeliner along the edge of her top eyelid, she pictured Daniel watching her and wondering why she was stabbing herself in the eyeball with a pencil. She often thought of that, embarrassingly enough. Whatever she was doing, she would imagine Daniel there with his thoughts and opinions, and though they'd never really spoken, she always had a clear idea of what he would think. He wouldn't like a lot of makeup, for instance. The blow dryer would strike him as loud and pointless, and her eyelash curler like a torture device. He liked her sunflower seeds, but not her Diet Pepsi. As her iPod shuffled her songs, she knew the ones that he liked and the ones he thought were stupid. He liked her dress, she decided, as she pulled it carefully over her head and let the delicate fabric settle over her body. That's why she'd picked it. Marnie called again. You should have gone with Steven. He asked you nicely. I didn't want to go with Steven, she said. Well, Steven would bring you flowers. He'd pose for good pictures. I don't like him. What would I want those pictures for? She didn't mention the main trouble with Steven, which was that Marnie obviously admired him. And he'd dance with you. Steven's a good dancer. Daniel's not going to dance with you. He's not going to care if you're there or not. Maybe he'll care. You don't know that. He won't. He's had a lot of chances to care, and he hasn't. After Lucy hung up the phone for the last time, she stood in front of the mirror. She did rue the lack of flowers a little. She clipped 3 small violets from the pots on her windowsill, 2 purple and 1 pink. She attached them to her hairpin and tucked them an inch above her ear. That was better. Marnie came to the front door at 7:45. Lucy could read the expression on her mom's face as she came down the stairs. Her mother had been guardedly wishing for some version of Steven, a handsome guy in a tux wielding a corsage, and not just Marnie again in her ripped black stockings. She'd had 2 lovely fair-haired daughters, and not one eager boy in a tuxedo to show for it. To look like Lucy had been enough in her day. Lucy felt the old pang. Now she knew what she wanted those pictures for. Her mother could use them to remember a better outcome than she'd had. Lucy appeased herself with her usual litany of guilt reducers. She wasn't taking drugs. She wasn't piercing her tongue or getting a tattoo of a spider on her neck. She was wearing a lavender dress and pink toenail polish and violets in her hair. She couldn't do everything, right? Oh, God, Marnie said when she looked Lucy over. Did you have to do all that? All what? Never mind. All what? Nothing. Lucy had tried too hard. That was it. She looked down at her dress and at her gold shoes. This might be the last time I see him, she said plaintively. I don't know what will happen after this. I need to make him remember me.